Good evening, everybody. This is Rick Gash. You've reached the Tuesday night Prevention Equals Wellness Healthcare Provider Call, a call which we have each week where a forum of healthcare providers get together to have a peer review of BioLife Slim, the transformation program, and other clinically relevant products of Unicity International, the parent company. The roots of this company are deep in history, Rexall drug history of the early 1900s, a great quality company that had great products, now clinically proven products, such as BioLife Slim we're going to talk about here this evening. But why are we having this call? We have all these other medications. Well, my background is in pharmaceutical sales, and in that sales background, I found that many of these drugs that had benefits also had major side effects. And some of those side effects were just too big to even warrant the benefits that they were claiming to have. And so as we came across BioLife Slim, I was very interested in what I saw in regards to cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and obesity. And that's why we're having the call, because not only is the need huge in those arenas, but this is the biggest breakthrough in over 30 years in that arena. And if you're the first time on the call listening, okay, well, that's some big words there for a product. We're going to hear from some providers tonight to back that up, but we don't have to have their words on it. There are so many clinically proven studies that were done with this, but some of the most prestigious out of Cleveland Clinic, University of Sydney in Australia, Johns Hopkins University. So we have many distinguished studies here that we could take a look at and talk about, but we're going to discuss peer review here as peers talking about patients to each other and what they're seeing in their practice. So let's get started. The first person tonight is a guest speaker from Oklahoma, Dr. Kim Ziegler, PhD, registered dietitian and CDE. Dr. Ziegler, welcome to the call.
Thanks for having me.
It's always a pleasure having you. And as we do each time, we get to talk about something that's really near and dear to your heart as a diabetes educator, really nutrition at the heart of this. So, but before we get started with that, if you wouldn't mind giving us a little bit of your background and how you came to know about BioLife Slim.
Sure. As you said, I'm a registered dietitian, a certified diabetes educator. I've also achieved level 2 certification in adult weight management. So diabetes, weight loss, that's my specialty. And I was actually kind of looking for something to add to my practice when I was introduced to BioLife Slim. And just as you said, I mean, all of the safety, the years experience, the history, the all-natural part really appealed to me as a dietitian. And so that's kind of how I got started with it. Like most healthcare providers, I started taking it myself, liked the results I had, offered it to my family, and then started offering it to patients. And here I am 2.5 years later. I've shared it with other healthcare providers, and I love the product.
Well, you've had a lot of great results. We've seen pictures. In fact, some of the people that you've worked with have gone on to win company awarded vacations as a prize winning for a contest that they have with this transformation program we're going to talk just in a minute about. But you've been around this and seen this, but let's back up a little bit. And for those people maybe the first time on the call today, let's talk about what these results are you're talking about and how this product works. Just a little bit of the mechanisms and then the results that you've seen in practice with maybe a case study or two.
Sure. BioLife Slim is, as you said, it's in its 5th generation. It's a fiber packet. It's all natural. It's mixed with water and taken 5 to 15 minutes before 2 of your largest meals. It can be taken up to 6 times a day. It can be taken by nursing moms, pregnant women, children 2 years and older, so it's safe for everyone. It will not interfere with any kind of medications. In fact, it's going to outperform most of those medications. Once it's taken, it kind of makes a gel in the stomach, coats it, makes you feel full. Because of the blend of the fiber with it, it actually slows down digestion. And so less glucose is released. It's that whole metabolic syndrome working with all that helps to prevent that. Patients are going to see a reduction in their blood sugars immediately, a lot of times as much as 30%. I have found with my patients that in that first week I can reduce medicine. In 3 weeks for sure, and a lot of times in 3 months I have reduced a lot of times they're completely off medication, or I've certainly reduced their medication significantly. The Slim travels on into the colon, grabs hold of the fat and the cholesterol, so it reduces the cholesterol. And here's the neat thing about this product. It's going to reduce triglycerides, raise HDL, which is almost impossible to do, lower LDLs, increase bowels, so that's a positive thing. It works for the patient with irritable bowel, PCOS. I think would benefit the majority of the population, and that's what I found in my practice, that I offer it to almost every patient that I see.
Well, the results speak for themselves, as you talked about on the call on previous recordings, that we've had many, many patients of yours that have gone on to lose, you say 15 to 50 pounds during this transformation program using this product, BioLife Slim. Why don't we talk a little bit about that transformation program now, if you wouldn't mind, as you were really one of the founding people that really started using this in practice.
As I said before, I love transformation. It's a 13-week program where the participant is assigned a personal coach. They have a 30-minute phone call once a week with this coach. These coaches have been trained by Unicity, and each week there's a nutrition lesson, a lifestyle lesson. They're going to cover everything imaginable. Everything that we as healthcare providers don't have time to do with our patients. They're going to design an exercise program that's just specific to that participant. So, I've had patients who, are not moving at all. They're just going to get them moving. If you have someone who considers themselves an exerciser, they're going to help take them to the next level. And I really think that these coaches are trained so that if you were a triathlete, I think they could even take that triathlete, to the next level. They do an excellent job. Of course, BioLife Slim is kind of the star of the program, and then they incorporate Lean Complete, which is our protein meal replacement. Perfect way to start your day. 20 grams of protein, only 3 grams of sugar, 8 carbs, so high in protein, low in carbs, a way to get that metabolism going. And I know for myself, it really holds me over. They incorporate lean lye fiber, and which is a real gentle cleansing fiber. The matcha green tea, their energy drink, which as a dietitian, it's been the only energy drink that I have ever recommended to patients. Just the antioxidants are just off the charts, and lots of B vitamins, so kind of gives you that boost of energy in the afternoon that a lot of patients are looking for. So as you have said, I have seen 15 pounds to 50 pounds, results on this program. I've seen people in their 20s and people in their 70s have awesome results with this program. And the really unique thing that I don't think is out there for any other program is Unicity now offers 100% money-back guarantee. If the participant goes through the program, follows the tracking, and has their coaches calls, and don't lose, that the company will give them back their money. They're so confident that they will lose, and the success rate is so high. I wanted to tell you about a personal friend who actually had bariatric surgery several years ago, had lost quite a bit of weight, and then here she is 4 or 5 years out after surgery. The weight started creeping up again. She was introduced to BioLife Slim, had taken it prior to doing the 13-week transformation program, had lost about 30 pounds before that, did the transformation, and in 13 weeks lost another 50 pounds. Here she is today. She's down 110 pounds with BioLife Slim and transformation, and continuing doing the products. So that's what makes this program so unique. as most diets, the minute you get off of them, you gain your weight back. What I've seen is patients or participants go on to lose more weight or definitely maintain. And with this 110-pound weight loss in less than a year, incredible results.
Well, Dr. Ziegler, that is incredible and remarkable, to say the least, really, that you find this across the board. And as we have people on the line, I'm sure, listening for the first time, wondering about how well this product really works, seeing that type of weight loss in a 13-week period is great. But really what's more impressive is that you have long-term results, and you have this female post-bariatric surgery, took Biologized Slim, lost 30 pounds, which is a testament to a great product, but then lost 50 pounds during the transformation program, and to go on for a total of 110 pounds so far, meaning that they're able to maintain, and if not maintain, even do better. And it's great that this is one of your friends, but you also see this with your patients as well, the long-term results of keeping it off.
Yes, absolutely. It's like I said, most people will even go on and lose just a little bit more weight or definitely maintain, and I think that's what makes it so unique.
So you have a highly trained coach that gives you education, takes you to the next level, your optimal fitness. And this using these products and a nutrition plan, an exercise plan, and an 100% money-back guarantee for this 13-week program, which, by the way, in pharmaceutical world, I've never seen anything that gave any kind of money back if it didn't work for them. And so this is very interesting to have this. But have you seen anybody that's had to take them and get their money back?
I have not. No, everyone I know has had awesome results. I do know a few people who started the program. I know one particular participant had to have gallbladder surgery, and she's put her program on hold. And once she's recovered from that, she intends to continue with it. But no, I don't know anyone who hasn't had good success with it. I think it's terrific. And I think another key to this program is the coaches stress all the time. This is not a diet. This is a lifestyle change. The participants are taught about fiber. They're taught about glycemic index. They're making healthier choices. And so it does become a lifestyle, and I think that's why it's so successful.
So you've seen this great weight loss and really lifestyle change with this program, but even with Biologized Slim, the weight loss and the reduction in the blood sugars and the better cholesterol parameters that they have with that. So this opportunity for an option for patients is something that you've seen providers do well within?
Oh, absolutely. I certainly would encourage other healthcare providers to have these products in your clinic, so that when the patients come in, they see them on the shelves. They're going to ask. I think it's important to have brochures in the waiting room. There even is a loop DVD that is available that could be playing, in that waiting room. But I think make all this available. But I think the patient is curious. What is that? And then they're going to start asking questions. And then I simply introduce to the patient, here's a product I've been using. These are some of the results that my patients are having. And when I talk about the fact that I'm getting patients off medication and the cost of the Slim offsets all of that, plus no side effects, it's an easy sell to the patient. I think when you talk natural and off medication, patients are interested in that.
Well, that subject was my next question for you as we talk about options then for the providers, better than getting a loan, which in these days they're really looking at having to do to keep the lights on these days, especially in private practice. But let's talk about then how that returns into clinic revenue as they've shared with their patients. What's the possibilities for a practitioner getting started in their practice?
Well, I know my first year I more than doubled my income. And in that second year, I was into the six figures. So the possibility is great, because what happens is you have that patient who buys a box, you sign them up for auto refill, so then the company is sending that patient the box, and I'm getting paid back for that, but I haven't had to do any work for that follow-up on that. Then the other thing with the transformation this is a program for the patient who wants a little more than just the slim, who needs some accountability, and again can have those lessons taught to him. And for each transformation that you as a healthcare provider enroll, you're looking at either a $300 or a $500 fee that comes back to you. So, and again, when that patient is finished with that transformation, they're going to continue taking these products. And I think for what I have seen is the patient does well, and then other people are asking them what they're doing, so they're bringing in referrals for you. So it has been a tremendous asset to my and benefit to my practice.
Well, and I appreciate you sharing with as your peers are on the call listening, because this is a question and one that's being asked more frequently now, where it really was more taboo to talk about this, but really it shouldn't be taboo, and especially at the outcomes of these patients having response to this product and program. And so doubling your income, that's really remarkable in itself as well. Congratulations. And of course, I know you yourself went through the transformation program, just done fantastic. But really sharing with your peers this opportunity. A transformation is going to change one of their patients' lives, and like you're saying, long term as they learn stuff through this. But what that means for each one of those is $300 to $500 reimbursement. That's great. That means extra. Every dollar of that is profit for a lot of these places. So we appreciate that feedback in there. As we close up with you, Dr. Ziegler, actually I have a kind of another question here. Is once a year we have, actually once every 2 years, we have a company convention or conference of sort, and it's coming up, the Leadership Summit here in Utah on September 5th to the 7th, and many providers are there, but I wanted to have you tell your peers here why they would need to be there and what they can expect to see of other peers and of the company.
Well, 2 years ago is when the company Unicity introduced the transformation program, so it was so exciting. And we had the opportunity then to participate in transformation before it was actually launched corporate. So that was very exciting. This year they promised that there's something that they've been working on, and I can't even begin to imagine what it is, but I am so looking forward to it. So there's going to be something there to help our business, help our patients. I'm certain of that. Not only that is the opportunity to meet the other healthcare providers and other leaders in the company. I am so impressed with the other healthcare providers that are involved in this company and passionate about this company. People who've been on the call. It's fun to finally put a face with them and meet them and talk to them about their case studies. It's such a terrific opportunity. And I think that networking then becomes so important as we continue to build our practices, and it's a lot. It's so much fun, and I think what you find is it's a family atmosphere as well. So very professional, incredible motivational speakers. Stuart Hughes, the president of the company, every time he has something to say, it's fantastic. And so I'm looking forward to that. And again, just meeting people and networking with it, it's an awesome opportunity.
Well, thank you, Dr. Ken Ziegler, for being on the call with us tonight and sharing your results and sharing your stories of your patients, and of course the tremendous timing of a product and program where healthcare providers are needing something to really help offset costs. And so this is a great time and a special explanation of the Leadership Summit. So don't wait to get started. However, you can meet the people that you'll be working with and other people like Dr. Ziegler talking on the phone here. She'll be there as well, September 5th through the 7th, that is in Deer Park, Utah. So let's go on here. I want to thank Dr. Kim for being on with us tonight and wish her to be back again with us soon. Thanks for being on the call with us tonight. So let me give you a couple of websites here as we come to the close of this call. As Dr. Ziegler was talking about the opportunity to go to this Leadership Summit in September, talk with the person that brought you on the call tonight. They'll also be able to tell you the best place to get started. But in the interim, I'm going to give you a couple of websites that you can write down. Take a look at these websites. pgdhealthpros.com will give you links to the science, some of the peer review that you heard tonight from Dr. Ziegler and other peers that have been on this call and others that haven't been on this call. You'll also learn more about the company and the products and the program. Also, there should be a link there or some information about the Leadership Summit coming up as well. Also, www.getslimnow.com. That's getslimnow.com. That's the Transformation Program website overview and details about that. So you can go there and check that out. It's been a pleasure, Dr. Ziegler, having you on the call this week. Everybody, it's been a pleasure having you on the call. Get with the person that brought you there tonight. Get started using BioLife Slim in the practice. Look at using the Transformation Program. Whatever fits you best, go there. There's plenty of people that support you, and there's plenty of people there that have the results to be able to help you share this with your patients. So for this week's Tuesday Night Prevention Equals Wellness Healthcare Provider Call, this is Rick Gash. We'll talk to you next week. Good night.